to one side. My talk tonight is about guilt and about the guilty secret. And really, guilt is something which is manifested in us as a belief that we inherit as we go up. And it's really based on the projections from other people, our primary carers, our parents, mothers, fathers, as to what they want for us and what we're meant to do. It's further enhanced by our societal values, which are based completely on fear. The values of school are based completely on fear, control, shame, domination, competition, all these things, which are really consolidate our own belief in who we think we are. And the problem with that is that all of us know that who we've created in our minds as to who we think we are isn't actually who we are. So there's a bit of a dilemma there. We can dress ourselves up, we can have all the sort of finery in the world, but the truth is that we're actually creating an illusion, sustaining an illusion, and giving our energy to something which doesn't really exist. Or it not only does it not exist, but it's built on fear. Now, when we do that, it has an effect on the physical body, and that's one of the things that I've learned from kinesiology. I was already practicing kinesiology, and from my experiences of the course and have the revelation of one thing or another, it made me know that the best way for me to help people, and I'm not an expert, I'm just the same as you, I'm just a student and teacher of the course. The best way for me to help people was to sort of combine what I knew that the truths of the course were with kinesiology. Kinesiology is a way of accessing our body's energy fields and our authentic selves. So what we really do with kinesiology, which I'll demonstrate in a minute, is tapping into that chi, prana, or life force, and then really releasing fear. Because the more we can do to release fear, the more we can actually connect with the love that's there. It's quite an exciting adventure, because the more fear I release, the more fear I seem to bring up. Mm. And that's quite a challenge, but it's better than dying, believing who I think I was. Because that's really no use to anybody. And this journey for me is laid bare my own flaws, which are deep and profound and lengthy. You can speak to my partner about this, and she'll give you a big long list of them. But I know most of them by heart, and she's right. And my daughter as well. I think when my daughter started to come up with the same feelings, that just consolidated for me that this was an issue. But fortunately, I'd done some work on myself, and that the guilty secret, and the thing that the message from tonight, really, the biggest thing, is to reach out to others for help. That's my advice and invitation. Now, most of us find it difficult to reach out for help. We might reach out for a drink, a cigarette, sex. We might reach out for conversation, titillation, whatever it might be. But very few of us actually reach out with an open heart to be able to receive unconditionally. And the same goes with giving unconditionally. Most of us find that very, very hard. I know I do. But with different healing modalities, and with the will and the intention to align ourselves with our authentic, intuitive selves, then it does get easier. And the thing about these opportunities for forgiveness, whether they come from the body or whether they come from the emotions, they're really the same thing. They're just a manifestation of energy, different forms of energy. If we don't listen to the emotion when it comes along and forgive it and look into it, then what happens? Comes back. We have another relationship that's shitty, or we have another physical problem, whatever it might be. They're really the same thing. But when I had the revelation while I was having it, and subsequently, what I've realised is that these are actually opportunities, that our fears come to us, as an invitation to be forgiven and to be overlooked, because they're actually not part of who we actually are. The things that we've inherited and as false beliefs or as illusions as to who we think we are. Who we actually are is our intuition. And I've spent a lot of time trying to listen to my own intuition and trying to sort of not only listen to it, but to act on it, because the two things are the same. And ideally, acting on it before the event, not afterwards, but it doesn't always happen. I live in the wilds of West Wales, in the woods, more or less. I do pee in the bushes. I can't quite remember the last time I made love outdoors, but I have done at some point in the past. And it's really funny coming to London today on the bus, because when I do see trees, I think I'm having a pee. Which is a bit strange when you're actually in Regent's Park or making your way from Victoria over here. So I felt a bit like Crocodile Dundee.